Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Happy May 4th, or technically, if you're watching this, most likely a bit earlier, technically later, then Happy May 5th. So, this video was supposed to be uploaded May 4th, but I'm kind of dumb and slow. So, I never ended up doing that, unfortunately. That was not intentional. That was also because I could not figure out a video to do for May the 4th. And they just released this little thing for arenas with lightsabers, so I decided what better way to have some fun with this little mini update in arenas. Now, I have actually never played arenas before, and for me at least, I was hoping they did more with the lightsabers. I think it would have been really cool if the battle royale got, I think, lightsabers. I don't know if they ended up doing that. I don't think so, because I never saw anything that they notified or anything of the sort about that, which I think it's such a shame, to be honest, because the lightsabers are, I think, some of the funnest items to have in the game. So it's a really cool thing, but they don't utilize it that much. And for May 4th, I think it would have been fun. Anyways, luckily this dude in the first match decides to, be nice and actually use the lightsaber. This was something that, again, I was hoping could happen, but I was not expecting it for the first match. So I was pleasantly surprised, and I was happy about that. So I decided to, you know what, I'm just going to drop my guns and just to fight, because again, I think it is nice to have that with just the lightsabers. I want to only use lightsabers for this challenge. I think it's stupid, and even though I'm losing, I think it's the fun stupid, especially for May the 4th. Again, like I said, this video was supposed to be uploaded, so yeah, even though I am losing right now, I'm getting my ass handed to me, I'm not really that mad. I'm still having fun, and I think this is, again, just that fun energy that I really wanted for a challenge. Again, this was also supposed to be the video for this one. I could not genuinely think of another video, and I had already done some Fortnite content, so I was like, alright, let me do some other Fortnite videos as well, to be a little bit more consistent and not do separate videos or separate games yet. But that was mainly the reason as to why I did this little mini video. I'm having fun with it, and again, I like the lightsabers. I'm just a little bit sad that they didn't add the force abilities like they had with the, I think, last year. It sucks, but at least I won this round, so that was pretty cool. I was happy about that. I wasn't trying to, be toxic or anything, because this dude was beating me, but I had my fun. And I'm not going to show everything of the rounds, or I guess the matches that I played throughout this video, because, well, again, I don't think that's fun to do, and that would just make the video more longer than it should be. So this round, however, I wanted to include because I really just like how, even though, we're not doing a lot of damage, this is a true Star Wars fight. This is, battling. I decided to heal because I'm like, I gotta get this win somehow, so I need to go faster. I should have probably used the minis, but yeah, it's fine. Another thing also is the overtime mechanic. I have no idea about the overtime mechanic. I didn't even know this was a thing. I didn't know what it would do. I didn't even know that it actually, like, looking at this through, the editing video, I didn't know it gives you neutral edit, so you can edit the enemy's build. And that's just how much I didn't know. Luckily, the teammate, how nice of them to hear me, decides to shoot me. Yeah, this is a thing that happens, unfortunately. The dude decides to use a gun. It's unfortunate, but I was not going to be fully surprised by this. It sucks, but, I'm not going to be too mad about that. So, it's fine. Now, one thing, however, that is a little bit nice is that they're still using the sword, or the lightsaber. I think that's fine, and even though I did lose the round, which I think I should have won, I'm not going to be too bitter about that. But because, again, the dude was already just, brutally kicking me down with this. But, hey, at least this was fun. Genuinely, at least this challenge, even though this is just a dumb, and I know I'm already saying this, a dumb challenge, I'm having fun. But yeah. Now, I'm getting really weak, however, and luckily I end up winning. Now, for people wondering as well, I should mention this earlier, for the post-commentary when I should have done it live. The reason why I didn't do it live was because my family was there, so yeah.
Get up.
I ended up losing this match overall,
that's the elite
and
way.
I'm not really that bummed about it. It was going to happen anyways, and you know, I was going to probably lose a lot, but like I said, this video was supposed to be originally all of the epic Star Wars game modes that they made, the 3-1, which the Escape Fader, the pretty much Battlefront copy, and the Tycoon, all of which, well, I think the Galactic one, or I guess the Battle Force copy, was the only one that I could probably make into a video. The other two were just boring, and trying to get footage out of them, which again was originally the plan, was something I just could not see myself doing. I could not see it, and it was
effortless.
Right. I was like, this is a fun idea. I like it. I'm happy. So I decided to do it. Now, luckily for this match, I end up getting the first round win, which puts me at a pretty happy, you know, mood, because, well, I really want to win. Now, unfortunately, one thing happens is the dude decides to, you know, use the I was already pretty weak. It's just something that was, you know, I wasn't surprised about. The weapons were going to be involved throughout most of the battles, and as you can see, just how hard, you know, using a lightsaber is when it does 40 damage against a shotgun that could do pretty much 2-tap me. Is a very fun mechanic. It's really fun. I'm having such a blast. This is just something that sucks a little bit, right? Now, I'm not going to rage quit just because the dude, you know, used the gun, but this dude ends up rage quitting, and technically that is a win. That is a full-on win, because even the game says I won. But I'm not going to count that. That's not a justified win. Any wins like that, I'm not going to count. And as you can see right here, even before the battle started in this next match, something weird happens and I end up winning. I guess the dude left before we even begun, which was kind of weird. But it was kind of funny. But again, this does not count. This does not count. This is not fair to the rules, because that's not a true win in my books. I need to at least win 7 rounds, or how you're supposed to. If anyone leaves before that, then I'm not counting it, which would suck. But unless someone rage quits where it's like I'm at 6, you know, then yeah, that's fine. That's I'm counting that. Not now. Luckily with this one, this dude is playing a Star Wars character, and I ended up winning the first match. So I respect this dude because, you know, I was happy to get someone that was using a lightsaber. Again, I'm just having fun with this challenge, and I wanted to, you know, just have some stupidity match with the lightsaber. Unfortunately, lightsaber does very low damage.
Don't break the streak.
It's such a weak weapon, which is just such a shame. You know, this is true to the Disney lightsaber. You know, not the I guess the original lightsaber. Unfortunately, this dude also pulls the gun out, which I was like, damn, that's so unfortunate. I was so happy. I think this dude was BMing me. Which again just kind of sucks, right? What can you do about that? And he ends up winning the match. The General Grievous ends up winning the match, which I'm not going to be too bummed about. It was just something that happened. So after a while of just facing, you know, losing multiple times, this match is really interesting. I get a mythic. Yeah, so that means the enemy also has a mythic. Now, luckily, this dude is using a gun. I mean, the lightsaber. So for me, that was nice. Even though we had that mythic item, which I don't know why that's a thing that they added in this weapon pool. But then again, I don't like build box fights anyways, so I don't really care. I decided to say, frick it. Let's go and just go into it. Luckily, the thing about the lightsabers is they do have that one thing of insta-breaking builds, which is nice. So I'm happy. I get the kill on this dude, and that is set. Now, one thing I should note, I'm not hitting on anyone that uses a gun. Obviously, if you want to win the round, you probably should, right? It's bound to happen. And I see this dude pulling out the gun here, so I decided to build because originally this challenge was also going to be where I couldn't build, but I'm like, if these guys are going to use guns, I might as well build. Now one thing about me I should mention about the building is I haven't built since I think season 5 of chapter 1. Actually no, it's been a while. Now this dude decides to emote on me, and I do want to say I do end up skipping the times that the dude does emote again because it's playing copyrighted music, and I'm not going to just add that and waste more time with this video. Again, I decided to skip some of the matches purely because it was either I died or it was just like I'm not going to want to make the video long, you know. It's not it doesn't have to be like 30-minute video like the Fire Emblem video that my first ever video was not. Now one thing I should say, I put this emote because I was like, respect the blade, respect the blade. It was just stupid things like this, but it's so, as a whole at least to me, it's that fun stupid, and I'm having a good time, even though like this challenge idea I decided to continue going for it until I get a win because I'm like it just makes sense. As a whole, as a challenge, it's fun. It's fun, it's dumb, and that's the channel's purpose. Dumb content, but for fun. That's dumb challenges that are supposed to be fun. Anyways, even though, as you guys can see, my tremendously beautiful building skills, I have to make sure I don't get shot or sneak attack, which I don't, which is nice. And I probably said that wrong, but unfortunately, dude ends up getting me, which is fine. I'm not gonna be too mad about that. You know, it happens. I'm not going to use it again. Even though I could use it, I'm not going to. Yeah, I think I'm just lame to do that. The dude's running, as you can see, which unfortunately means I don't hit my grants to him, which would have done a good amount of damage. And you can also see right here that he just hits up. This dude hits an amazing shot. Like, I got bricked, my man. But it's not 4-3. Even though I'm taking the lead, I'm going to get my ass whooped if the dude continues to just use a gun. And unfortunately, or actually luckily, the dude can't really hit a shot, which is nice. You know, that's good for me because, hey, they can hit me for like 100 damage. I can hit for like 40 on a good day. Oh, it's 160 if I get that slam, which something interesting happens. I actually hit that, that was purely luck. That was not skill at all. That was 100% luck, and I'm getting pretty close. I'm 2 points away from winning, as you can see, 1st to 7, and I am using this lightsaber. Now, one thing that happened throughout all the matches is no one ended up rage quitting during the match starting, which I think was nice, except for that one clip. That was pretty much it that you see, and I think that was really exciting. Now, I should mention as well, why am I shaking my camera? I don't know, I kind of was like getting into like this zone with like attacking with the lightsabers, so for me at least it was like zing zing zing, and now I am 1 point away from winning. What's going to happen here? Am I going to choke this? Well, I don't. I almost do choke, as you can see there, but luckily I end up winning. Even though the dude did leave, like as you can see right there, I'm going to count it. I still won 7 rounds, and that is the end of this video. I really hope you guys did enjoy this little mini Star Wars video, and I'm sorry for uploading this a bit later than the day, May 4th. It's just I wanted to get some good content for this, but I genuinely could not think of it until half of the between like 12 p.m. On this day. So, or I guess on that day, since yeah. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoy and have a good rest of your day. Peace out and goodbye.